All right. So I am making this video talking about the Arizona elections coming up this year. As you can tell, we have a general election, midterms and a general election here in Arizona happening. So it's gonna happen in November, I believe. Um, but before the general election happens, there's a primary that happens. So I'm gonna make a video about which party and candidates are running for what position in the state. For example, governor from from local legislators and federal legislators as well, such as senator and House of Representatives, as well as uh, county attorneys, mayors, and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So just a big note while I'm talking about this is that there has been new districts reassigned. So things have been like if you lived in a certain district, then things have changed. It happened on January 24th. That was the final day this happened. So everything has been, redistrict and everything has moved around. So, meaning for example, I don't know which district you're in, but let's just say you were in District 7, then it's changed to 7. But I'm going to go talk about that right now, what happened and how you can find out about who is representing you in your district and what politician is running in your district. But I'm just going to show a map of what happened. This is the old map of what it looked like. So this is Arizona's first district. This is the fourth district, third, second, ninth. There's little tiny districts in there. Zoom out in a little bit. So this happened, right? This is the old one. This is how it looks like after the whole redistricting. So it may look a little bit similar to you, but for example, going back to the old one, this is Arizona's 7th district. So if you live in this one and your representative is Ruben Gallego, this is going to be the new one, 3rd district. Gallego is running in the 3rd district just because this is his area of what he represents. So it wouldn't make sense for him to, move to this area over here, which is run by which is represented by Raul Grijalva. So just keep that in mind. So if you want to know where exactly is your district, I recommend looking at 538. I'll put a link in the description if you want to look at that, so that way you know which district you're in. But I'm also going to go through all the information of who's running and what, so that way you can know. But I'll put all those links in the description so you can take part of the elections in Arizona. So this is just information of who's running and what it looks like, and who's likely to win in that district, like toss-ups or whatever. So Doris Schweikart, if you want to look at that information, I'm just not going to talk about my personal beliefs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just saying, like, this is just what it looks like in the predictions according to the media. But for example, for governor, this is the big one. So here are some other candidates running in. So these are the parties. For the Independent Green Party, William Pounds. For the Libertarian Party, Barry J. Hess. For the Libertarian Party as well is Steve Ramos. For the Democratic Party is Katie Hobbs, Aaron Lieberman, and Marco Lopez for the Democratic Party. For the Republican primary candidates is Steve Gaynor, Frank Kornowski, Carrie Lake, Scott Neely, Matt Salmon, Karen Taylor Robson, Paola Tulani Zen, and Ballotpedia also shows people that did not make it to the ballot, in Kimberly Lee. For the Attorney General, it's Chris Mays, Bob McWhorter, I believe that's how you say it. They did not make it for the Democratic Party ballot. Diego Rodriguez. For the Republican Party is Lacey Cooper, Ronnie Glassman, Andrew Gold, Don Grove, Abraham Hamade, I believe that's how you say it. I hope I didn't pronounce it wrong. And Tiffany Shedd. This is for the Attorney General. For Secretary of State, Libertarian Party, Peter Yeaple, Democratic, Reginald Boulding, Dennis Florian, and Adrian Fontes. For the Republican primary, for Secretary of State, Shauna Bullock, Mark I don't know how to say it, Fincham. Hope I said it right. Bo Lane, Rimu Paul, Michelle Ungenti Rita, and Wade Wilson. For Treasurer, for the Democratic Party, Martin Cazeta. For the Republican primary, Kimberly Yee, Robert Letterly, I don't know how to say it, Lettieri, David Livingston, Jeff Wagner, and did I make it? Regina Cobb. For Superintendent of Public Instruction, Katie Hoffman, she's an incumbent. I forgot to mention that for the other incumbents. The candidate list for the election, for the Republican primary, so it's read the wrong one. Tom Horn, Shiri Sapir, Michelle Uda. This is for superintendent. Corporate commission. So there's more candidates running for the new positions that are up for election. Sandra D. Kennedy, Lauren Kuby, Mick Myers, Kim Owens, Kevin Thompson. This is for corporate commission. Mine inspector. There was somebody running for mine inspector for the Democratic Party, but unfortunately I cannot find the information. I kept looking for it, but I will update it into the description as soon as I'm able to find it. And for the Republican Party is Paul Marsh. And this is just what's it called? Who's contributing to what and what's it called? The candidates. And I believe there was other information. I believe it was on Wikipedia. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can find something. I was going through people's the candidates information and all that kind of stuff. Which I do plan on making a video on what their platforms look like and what do you think about it. If you don't have the time to look at it, just to give you an idea what do they stand for, or just give you an idea what are they running on. Just in case I'm missing some other information on the Arizona elections. So for the Senate, if I can find that information. So for the Democratic Party, Mark Kelly is running again for the Senate, and he is the incumbent. And I'm not going to be going into who is endorsing who or whoever. This is just if you want to look at information, go ahead and look at that on your own. I'm just making a video on who's running on what. So I'm trying to make this as non-partisan as I can. For the Republican primary, Mark Brnovich, Jim Lehman, Blake Masters, Michael McGuire, and Justin Olson. This is just how they look like if you're interested in seeing how do they look like. For the Libertarian Party, Mark Victor. Who else? But it's just other information. Okay. Okay, so for the House of Representatives, so for District 1, Josh Barnett for the Republican primary, and Elijah Norton. I believe who else? Yeah, David Schweikert and Maverick Moser. So David Schweikert is the incumbent. So like I said, if you want to know who these politicians are, I will leave links in the description so you can find the list and then look at them. Look at their platforms and see what do they run on. For the Democratic primary, this is for the House of Representatives, just to be clear. Delena DeSanto, Jevin Hodge, Adam I don't know how you say that. Metzendorf, Ginger Sykes Torres, Eric Ulis, and another person that might be on the ballot is John Williams. For the Libertarian Party, Jeff Mertick, and for District 2, Tom O'Halloran. He is an incumbent for the Democratic primary, and another person. No, actually, she's not running anymore. Uh, Republican primary. Uh, so declared Steve Beaver, Walter Blackman, Eli Crane, Catherine, Kat Gallant, Myron Lizer, Vice President of the Navajo Nation, if you're interested in knowing that. John Moore, Ron Watkins, and Andy Yates. Nobody else is running from the looks of it. District 3, Ruben Gallego is running again. So declared Ruben Gallego. He's the incumbent. Republican primary, Nina Becker and Jeff Zink. Give me a sec. So for District 4, the incumbent is Greg Stanton, who was reelected. So running again is Greg Stanton. Republican primary, Jerome Davison, Tina Wheels, Dave Giles, Kelly Cooper, Alex Doval, and Renee Lopez. And these are the people that withdrew, but they won't be on the ballot, so they won't be on the ballot. So wouldn't make sense for me to talk about them or bring them up. District 5, Andy Biggs. Who else? Laura Hodge. And that is it for the Republican primary. For the Democratic primary, Ben Larry V, I believe that's how you say it. Clint Smith, Travis Lundberg, and that's it. For District 6, for the Democratic primary, is Christian Engel, Danny Hernandez, and it looks like Marcos Uria might be on the ballot as well. Anchor can't. So if you're familiar with Anchor Patrick, if she was in your district or she represented your district, she will not be running again. Who else? It looks like there's more. District 7. There you go. Rahul Grahava, who's the incumbent for the Democratic primary, will be running again. Republican primary, Luis Pozzolo. Who else? District 8, Debbie Lesko for the Republican primary. Who else? Democratic primary, James Holmes. District 9, Paul Gosar for the Republican primary. Democratic primary. Sorry, I forgot. People that might be on the ballot: Brandon DeHart, Randy Coots, Adam Morgan. Democratic primary, Matthew Daniel. And that is it for the House of Representatives. Let me see this other information. So we went through Secretary of State, Attorney General, State Treasurer, my inspector. Who else? As of right now, that is it on that information. And let's just say you want to know about like I mentioned earlier in the video. Like I said, there was redistricting on Arizona, so whoever was your representative in your district will run in your area, but there's new numbers and everything. So if you want to know where you live, who's going to be representing you in your ballot, most likely it's going to be the same person, but it's not going to be on the same number. So you may not have to worry about it, but you're probably going to be confused. So if you want to know, you can go through the House.gov and representatives to know about that. You don't need to know about the Senate because the Senate represents the whole state. So I'll put it on the link in the description, but just put your zip code in and there you go. I'm not going to put mine as an example because, I will be exposing myself to that. Now, if you want to know about the state legislators, that has been changed as well. You can go ahead and click on the 2022, the second one, bullet point. Click on this link and it'll take you to this one. And yes, this is a whole map of the people in your district, the representatives in your state, state representative in your district. So you can just, and Senate as well. So House of Representatives and Senate. So you can just zoom in, click on any of these, and there you go. So yeah, I can click on that one, and if you know your address and pinpoint where you're at exactly, then you can get an idea of where will you be at. So yeah, so this is the video. I will put all the links in the description, and if you're interested in looking that up, then go ahead and do so. I will make a video on each politicians, people that are running for office. What do their platforms look like? Go to the website, and that way if you don't have any information, then you can get an idea of what their platform might look like. So yeah, there you go. But thank you for watching, guys.